Morning, everybody. Thanks for joining me as we take a look at your work week forecast for May 2nd through May 6th. And we are looking at a slightly warmer than last week, although still not real warm by this time of year standards work week forecast for you. Unfortunately, not as nice as yesterday. However, we are going to see some rain, which we could kind of use just to weten things up a little bit here. Over the week, got a few chances for that, 3 chances basically, and we are going to see some sun in between those times. So let's take a look at what's going on across with your forecast, and we'll have a better idea of what's going on. I'm going to start you off on radar. This really tells a story. Our pattern, which had kind of slowed down and gotten a little blocked up over the last over the last week or so, has started to get more progressive here. So we have a storm today. This doesn't look like much. It's not really going to be that much, probably just a tenth or two of an inch of rain, but it will be a little more significant than radar is currently showing you. And we could get a little of that rain in here this morning, and then as a storm starts to develop along this kind of front between the cold front and the warm front here, that will also give an opportunity to enhance the rain a little bit and help it to linger through the early afternoon. I don't think any of this is going to be heavy. It's going to be kind of light and showery in nature, but there is going to be some precipitation associated with this storm here. Then across the central part of the country here, you can see this is our storm, our juicier storm that's going to head our way Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. This will bring kind of the first significant rain we've had in a little while. Not a huge amount of rain, but probably a lot of us see about a half an inch, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more for some of us. And then here, way back over the west coast, we see just starting to come onshore the beginnings of our storm that could affect us on Friday. A lot of uncertainty as to whether that's actually going to affect us with rain or if it's going to stay to our south on Friday. So lots to kind of be determined as that gets closer to us. And really, it's a possibility, but we won't really know until we get a little closer to what's happening with that storm. Oh, sorry, before we get to that, let's take a look at satellite imagery. Shows the same kind of thing. Looks like you'd have plenty of time between these two systems, and if the speed systems had been moving, you'd think we'd have more clear sky, but we may get a peak. We weren't going to get any sun really today. I mean, it could get a quick peak in between showers, but not much. Tomorrow we'll have some sun in the morning, but it'll quickly be clouding up as precipitation probably starts tomorrow evening, probably later in the evening, but the clouds get in here before that. And then the clouds from this system will kind of linger throughout the day on Wednesday before finally Thursday is probably the nicest day of the week, the most sun on Thursday. And then on Friday, depending on exactly how this storm tracks, will determine how much sun we get early in the day on Friday, or maybe throughout the day on Friday if this tracks further to our south, and whether we get any precipitation in here by Friday evening. Okay. Let's take a look at the upper level energy associated with that. You can kind of see we got all these systems kind of just lined right up one after the other. Here's our system for Monday. Here's our system for Tuesday, which is just starting to get its act together across the central parts of the United States. And then, of course, here's our storm. The reason this one is just sort of uncertain, it's got a long ways to go. It hasn't even really come on shore yet. We've got to see how it emerges on the east side of the Rockies. Basically, the European model wants to kind of draw it further to our south. Wouldn't give us any precipitation, not even really a lot of clouds out of the system. The American model and a couple of the other models want to get it a little closer to us. And a couple of them do want to cut it off over us and ruin next weekend. So hopefully this storm sinks to our south, but really either of those scenarios seems pretty plausible at this point. So we're going to, like I said, probably won't really have any details on whether that's going to happen or not until at least midweek, probably tomorrow evening or Wednesday morning. We should have a better idea of what's going to happen with that system. So what does that look like in terms of forecast today? A little bit of light rain. It'll be off and on, not a washout, like I said, just a tenth to 2/10 of an inch of rain, but enough that it's going to be something you just want to pay attention to. We're in the low 50s. The clouds kind of hold us back today. Tomorrow, with a little bit of sun, we get up into the upper 50s. Before the clouds kind of roll back in, and we get overnight rain. Most of this does fall overnight Tuesday into Wednesday, where we get, like I said, anywhere from about a half of an inch of rain or so on average for all of us. We do probably see a couple of peaks of sun on the backside of that system by Wednesday afternoon. We're kind of chilly on Wednesday with this thick clouds to start off the day, and a little bit of a northerly flow in the mid-50s. Thursday's the nicest day of the week. Still not like as warm as it was yesterday, but certainly that's average warmth for this time of year. And if we get a little bit more sun, we could even get up into the mid-60s, upper 60s probably in some of those valley locations if you're down in the Route 7 corridor or if you're up over in the Connecticut River Valley. But anyways, low 60s on Thursday. That's the sunniest day of the week. And then Friday, like I said, it sort of depends. I think either scenario, we probably get some sun on Friday morning, and we're back up into the low 60s. The question is, do we really get the clouds in later in the day on Friday, or do we stay more sunny on Friday? Does the system go to our south, and does this light rain happen, or does it not? And like I said, probably not till Wednesday are we really going to have a good idea of whether that's going to happen or not. We just got to give the system a little more time to give us a little more information as it comes on shore, and also to get the models to have kind of come to a consensus on what's going to happen with that as well. So in terms of your overall work week highlights, active weather week, storm spring rain today, Tuesday night, and maybe Friday. Warmer temperatures than last week. Heaviest rain comes Tuesday night with 0.3 to 0.6 inches of rain, like I said, about half inch for most of us. Lots of uncertainty with the Friday system. We'll have to see what happens on that one. Thanks for joining me. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel before, I'd encourage you to do so. It helps make sure you don't miss any of my videos. And if you want to support financially what I do and get some of the benefits that come with that, you can become a patron of mine. And there's a link in the description below that talks about what patrons get for some benefits. And also, I want to give a quick shout out to my patrons and just give them some recognition for helping support what I do here, helping keep the graphics going and improve these forecasts as we go. So thanks for joining me. I'll be back on Friday with a look at your weekend forecast.